It's time for another blistering report from the front lines of the cultural war for a constitutional America. And now, here's your host, Charles Benninghoff.
What if the entire Hillary Clinton email scandal has been downplayed to look much smaller than it really is? You know, I'm in the business with the able assistance of our editor and vetting staff of connecting dots. In fact, you might call me a dot doctor. I believe if you connect the dots from what we do know with the messages that WikiLeaks has released in October, as well as the mainstream media reports that I've talked about for years, it proves that Crooked Hillary's email server crimes were much, much worse than simply mishandling classified information. I'm going to go into this in detail today. You know, the leaders of the Democrat Party, Barack Obama, Bubba and Crooked Hillary, the Democrat National Committee, and others were funding Islamic terror groups with your tax dollars. Remember, Hillary Clinton was Obama's Secretary of State for his entire first term. We now know that Hillary Clinton's private email server had an unbelievable amount of activity on it. If you add up all the emails that were turned over to the investigators with the ones that were deleted and the others that the FBI accidentally discovered, Hillary Clinton sent and received more than 70,000 emails through her house. Hey, I'm sorry, I forgot. How about that box of thousands of emails that the commie-driven FBI lost? Read that destroyed. Everyone seemed to have been emailing her through her private home server located in her high-security closet. Obama emailed her using a pseudonym. What a lying despot. Nobody got fooled this time, though. The Democrat National Committee was emailing her, no doubt in preparation for her to run for her coronation as president in 2016, dating back several years. We'll never know for sure now what all they discussed, but we do know the DNC used her closet email server. How do all of you Bernie supporters, by the way, like that? The DNC actively campaigned against you. Your own party plundered your goodwill and sent your hard work down the drain of political chicanery. So let's follow the money all the way back to Obama's first term, and then I'll connect the dots to emails that WikiLeaks released just this week. Barack Obama delivered billions of dollars to the Muslim Brotherhood during the so-called Arab Spring in 2010. There are reliable reports that indicate aluminum crates full of millions in U.S. cash were flown to Cairo and delivered directly to the Muslim Brotherhood headquarters. That's why prosecutors in Egypt worked so hard to indict Obama and Clinton as war criminals, but were ultimately turned down by the politicians fearful of losing U.S. foreign aid. And during that entire period, Crooked Hillary was Obama's Secretary of State. Who was giving money to the Clinton Foundation in 2010 is another dot we got to connect. Well, the answer is the mad mullahs in Saudi Arabia. They gave the Clinton Foundation more than $25 million, and in turn, the State Department under Clinton and under Obama's orders sent billions of dollars worth of fighter jets, tanks, and other equipment to Saudi Arabia. The maniacs in Saudi Arabia want all of their non-Sunni Arab rivals removed from power, and they paid good money to the Clinton Foundation to make that happen. Obama knew about all of this, and he supported that goal with your tax dollars, which is why he gave Hillary Clinton a blank check to help the Saudis out. The Saudis wanted to knock off the non-Sunni governments in Egypt, Libya, and Syria. Saudi Arabia and Obama and Hillary couldn't do this directly, so they came up with an agreement to fund the Muslim Brotherhood. This is how the Islamic State, otherwise known as ISIS or ISIL, was created by the Obama administration and Hillary Clinton when the U.S. pulled out of Iraq. The Muslim Brotherhood kicked America's allies out of power in Egypt, and then, after the Egyptian people revolted in the millions, remember they're all marching in the street, the Egyptian military deposed the Muslim Brotherhood and put the leadership in jail. The entire MB leadership, and many of them are still there to this day. Some are in prison facing execution. Next up was Libya, where Hillary Clinton's gun-running operation deposed Muammar Gaddafi and led to the Benghazi massacre in 2012. Meanwhile, guns were flowing to the so-called rebels in Iraq and Syria to try to take out the Assad government. Assad is an Alawite Muslim. That's Alawite Muslim. That's a sect of Islam that protects Christians equally with Muslims. And in fact, the Assad army is full of Christian soldiers. And we have this mess going on in Syria to this day, where the Obama administration and the Democrats are trying to help ISIS in Syria, even if it means World War III with Russia and Iran. You know, the Russians are sick and tired of Obama and Clinton. And they say that if they find that the United States has bombed Syria again, they're going to start shooting down our American jets. Well, the Saudis must be laughing their rear ends off, because that $25 million paid to Hillary's foundation was the best money they ever spent. Can you imagine get so much bang for your buck? Huh. 2 wars, dead leaders, revolts, mass bombings, suicides, beheadings, ISIS, ISIL, and whatever else those idiot Democrats can think of. We know all of this not only because of news reports, but because WikiLeaks is now releasing daily batches of Clinton emails, even though the FBI supposedly found no reason to prosecute her. I believe personally that someone in the FBI sent a huge amount of these emails to WikiLeaks, and WikiLeaks is doing the duty of the United States government of releasing this stuff. And meanwhile, the American public is getting stabbed in the back. So I think it's time to push racketeering charges against Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, the Democrat Party leaders, the Democrat National Committee, and everyone else in that corrupt party who knew that they were supporting and financially funding ISIS with your tax dollars. When you connect all the dots, it's no wonder Hillary Clinton deleted 33,000 emails from her private home server. How would you like it if you came up with an email that connected Hillary with a Muslim Brotherhood operations in, say, Cairo, Egypt, and how many millions of dollars they were sent in cash in aluminum boxes? I'll bet all of that's in that email that she erased. I can't imagine a single member of Congress, with the exception of 1 or 2 Muslim Democrats, who would have supported the use of your tax dollars like this. Not even Democrats, who by and large are godless animals most of the time, but still Americans. I can't imagine that very many American people either would support giving cash and weapons to ISIS. That's why I hope you will join us in speaking out to Congress and demanding the authorization and appointment of an independent counsel to unravel this entire conspiracy and file charges against the Democrat Party, Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, and everyone else involved. We need a bulldog, someone with the tenacity and integrity of Congressman Trey Gowdy, for example, to go after these globalist terrorism supporters who self-identify as Democrats. It has to be an independent counsel because the Department of Justice has been completely compromised and politicized by Obama and the Muslim Brotherhood. We need to demand answers. If you want your country back, you need to start speaking out and demand those answers. These crooks made millions of dollars brokering deals with foreign governments to fund terrorism. And now those terrorists have turned on us as well in places like San Bernardino, California, and Orlando, Florida, and elsewhere around this great nation. And all of this dates back to Hillary Clinton's time as Secretary of State. And the answers were on that server, where Barack Obama, the House of Saud, Democrat senators and representatives, the Democrat National Committee, and others were passing emails back and forth with crooked Hillary through her highly, highly secure closet email server. Let's go after these people. We have to take them down. The proof is out there, and I believe an independent counsel can uncover it using tactics under the RICO Act, the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act. That's the act that took down the New York mafia families We need to take down the Democrat mafia family, and we need to do it quick. This amounts to organized crime involving interstate and international commerce. This was a criminal conspiracy carried out by one political party against the American people, and we need to demand justice. Go to our action page and speak out. The instructions to get there will be on the next screen. And by the way, this is Charles Benninghoff signing off and wishing you freedom, fulfillment, and God's many blessings.
Tell Congress to authorize and unleash a special prosecutor to go after the Democrat Party under the RICO Act. If you're watching this on our action page, just use the form to the right of the video screen to select a program. If you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, click the icon appearing now to find a link to our action page, or check the video's description to find the link. Speak out today.